Comrades, brothers and sisters, I won't detain you long because many of you have been standing for a while and it's tiring. I knew Bob in London. We were in the Connolly Association together and we were both in the British Communist Party together. But I think it's important that we realise where he came from and what made him. So briefly, Manus has already given details. He was born in the glorious year of 1916. He was born North King Street. He lived in extreme poverty in the Dublin slums. The family had been forcibly separated for a while, and he was put into foster care. He had perhaps a generosity in latter years towards the clergy which he wouldn't have had from his experience in foster care. It's important, I think, and by the way, can I just say, his book is available and everyone should buy his book because it's a remarkable human story told like in the speech he has left us, and it's still available, Connolly Books. But it's important because he tells stories like when they burned Connolly House in 1933, he was on the other side. He was not on the side of the defenders because he hadn't politically matured at that time. And it was through his connection with Kit Conway in particular that Bob, who had joined the IRA under Kit's influence and then went left. Now it's important to remember that when he went left, like my father, he was expelled from the Republican movement. And that expulsion order did last until the 1960s. My father used to tell a story about when they were on a route march in the Dublin mountains. They were marching back, 20 or 30 of them, and I think it was Kit Conway, but they started singing songs, and they started singing the Red Flag. Not a great marching song in my opinion, but they started singing it. And the officer in command shouted back, "If you want to sing a song, sing a bloody Irish song." And of course Kit Conway broke ranks up to the officer, "Bait to report, sir. The Red Flag was written by an Irishman, a fiend, a poacher and a socialist." And of course it was. Can I just say on a personal note, Bob's the words he's left us, the inspiration to the next generations. And there are 4 young people here. One of them is my son, who carried the Communist Party banner in the colour parade that led the march today, and he's here with school friends of his, one of whom is writing for his Leaving Cert, his history thesis on the International Brigade. So there are direct, beautiful links that come from the example of people like Bob, my old fella and the others who are passed down, and they are the inspiration which I think we have to hold to and pass them on and use, if you don't mind the word, use the example of Bob and the inspiration that he was. What he has said about quoting the ragged trousers philanthropist of Tresh's book about if the capitalists could market and air, wouldn't they do it? And isn't this what they're doing? And if anything that we get from Bob and the International Brigadiers is that we have to continue that struggle. And we should all be, not just in Dublin next Saturday, but making sure our friends, our relations, our trade union comrades, people in the community are all out there in the streets until we finally try to manage to push back this onslaught on the working class that the whole capitalist banking class is forcing on us. We must do that. Can I just end on a very practical note? Bob and the family and the friends have said that if people felt they had to buy flowers or make a donation, that they shouldn't do so, but they should put in a collection box for the people of Gaza. And there is a collection box for which at some stage. Can I just add the final word which impressed me, apart from the huge crowd that turned out, is what Bob wished for, the unity. The unity of people. Right? Of people of good concern, of just people, people who want a fundamental change in Irish society, but there are people from the different strands of the left. Right? We need more of that, particularly to face the onslaught. So thank you very much for giving me a moment.